Hello my dear students, today we are going to talk about how ionic bonds are formed. An ionic bond is a type of chemical bond that forms between two atoms with opposite charges. One atom has a positive charge, while the other has a negative charge. These opposite charges attract each other, forming ionic bond. Let's talk about how this happens. When an atom loses an electron, it becomes positively charged. This is because it now has more protons than electrons. On the other hand, when an atom gains an electron, it becomes negatively charged. This is because it has more electrons than protons. An ionic bond is just like the lovely forces between a couple that creates attraction between two partners. Let's talk about which types of elements form ionic bonds. Ionic bonds occur between a metal and a non-metal. Elements from group 1 and 2 of the periodic table are metals that tend to lose electrons easily. This makes them more likely to form positive ions. On the other hand, elements from group 15 to 17 of the periodic table are non-metals that tend to gain electrons easily. This makes them more likely to form negative ions. So when these metals and non-metals come closer, they form ionic bond. We take an example of sodium chloride, which is also known as table salt. To understand the concept of ionic bond, sodium is a metal and has 1 electron in its outermost shell, while chlorine is a non-metal and has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. This means that sodium wants to get rid of that 1 electron to have a complete octet, because after losing electron, second shell becomes valence shell. While chlorine wants to gain 1 electron to complete its octet. So, sodium loses 1 electron to become a positively charged ion, and chlorine gains 1 electron to become a negatively charged ion. Now when these two ions come together, they form a type of chemical bond, known as ionic bond. So the ionic bond can also be defined as the type of chemical bond which is formed due to complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this.